starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome. Here we are at show 133. Thank you for everyone joining us. Let's see. So, hope for everyone's doing well. I'd like to say hi to everyone. I'd say hello to Mr. Alban, who has airplanes coming in.
Hold on.
Delta 1543 coming in on runway 2. So
I'm still waiting for them to drop off that that crate of hard drives.
Oh yeah, well you keep waiting on that.
Yeah,
hey, it's not coming from China.
This is New York.
You just need to see it fall off a truck. That's not
no. This is New York, the capital. Okay, airport is where you go first. Okay, that's where it gets onto the truck. So you got to get it before it gets to the truck.
All right, yeah, everybody gets their cut. Thank you for joining me, Alban. Mr. Kodi Apps, thanks for joining us today.
Hey there, fellas. How you doing? Nice to see everybody.
Nice to see you. Nice to see you, and thank you for joining us. What the heck? I don't know. So I'm live over here. We're looking like the chat's going fine.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, StreamYard was giving me a little warning. I guess it must be for somebody on Facebook, most likely. So thanks for everyone joining us. We got a few topics today. I don't know. It's not a ton of topics. We got a few topics, but if you would, if you got questions, we will do the best to answer those questions. We've got people on the panel. We'll try to answer any of those questions. And any question I don't know the answer to, I'll just lean you towards Kodi Apps. And he's got it.
Well, hopefully Alban's got the backup.
So thanks. Hey, Kodi Apps, I saw that you had some issues this week. I saw that your site was down for about a day, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, it's just part and parcel of hosting a website. As probably a lot of you guys already know. You always get hosting issues. A couple of guys were saying, "Oh, you had a takedown." No, it's not a takedown. We just now and again it just comes under a bit of pressure, or the servers just go down for maintenance or whatever. Sometimes they don't tell me. Sometimes I get a bit of a heads up. But it was down for about, it was down overnight one night, wasn't it? And then it's a bit of a pain to get everything back up and running. Sometimes it can take a day or two to get your databases up and going. But it's just part and parcel of running a website. Nobody says it's 100% uptime all the time. Yeah. But thankfully it wasn't down too long.
Yeah, it didn't seem like that long. It seemed just a bit of an afternoon. So, but hey, it was good that you got it all sorted out. I made a joke in the Kodi Apps room because he added me to the Kodi 19 builds, and I said that's what took it down. Add me to that. It's just so much traffic.
It was all that. It was all you, mate. Yeah.
It was all that sheer massive traffic that I bring into a website from my builds and my my wizards. Which anybody that knows me.
I do not underestimate it, mate. It brings traffic, certainly.
Yeah, like my clicks for the week. I've worked my way up to number 3. I think I'm up to number 3 on the thing.
Yeah,
so hey, folks, can we push me up? I would love. I want a silver trophy. I've had one bronze trophy, and that was only because his site was down, and I think it reset the stats. So I think I lucked up with a bronze. But I'd like to see
you
a
earned
wizard
it, mate.
hit silver.
Covet it.
Give me that silver. So yeah, and I'm not even gonna say gold because I saw Slam had like 30% of the votes. So I'm like, not getting it that week. So we'll look at it.
It's interesting that folks sort of watch that sort of thing. I put things in for a bit of fun, and it's all about just having a bit of fun with the website,
Yeah.
you know. And I introduce these kudos awards, and some of the guys are quite enjoying it. And it is just a bit of fun. I never say that any add-on or build is the best. It's just a bit of banter between the guys who are doing it, and who doesn't like to see their name in lights now and again. We all do, let's be honest. So I'm glad it's been taken in the spirit it was intended.
Yeah, it is fun. I mean, I look at it and I post. I think I said, who couldn't help to vote for my build because my wizard has my mug, a little cartoon mug, giving you a little point towards you. So just to be funny on it, so I think it's fun. It's an enjoyable thing but to me, I think that a lot of people don't realize it is a very good resource, even if you're not looking at it the rankings, because you really can't look at the rankings. A lot of the times, the rankings are what's trending and what's popular, what's new. Those tend to go to the top because what ends up happening is people have never heard of an add-on, so they click it. Well, when you click it, that's a vote. So
it is.
That's how that number works.
But exactly how it's intended. It's trending. It's new. The new stuff tends to rise to the top, then it settles back down again, and it just ebbs and flows.
Yeah.
But it's generally. I like to think it's indicative of what's hot and what is trending. But fundamentally, it is a bit of fun, and you're quite right. It was intended, and it is intended as a resource. But it was all built on, as I probably mentioned before, tracked. If you get into it and you do decide to sync your tracked with Kodi Apps, particularly through the Android Kodi Apps app, which you can get on the Google Store. I really went to town on the Tracks integration. And anybody who's using that and uses an add-on like Shadow, you can be browsing what you want to watch later on, adding it to your tracks, and there you are later on. And you're watching it and try and make it as easy as possible. So, it is a resource, but it is fundamentally, it's just a bit of Kodi fun.
Yeah, it is. It's and people don't, as long as people don't take it too serious, and you can't. I mean, but it is fun. I'll post the link over there for anybody that's on this, that's new to the show and not heard of that. It's a website to check out, and definitely bookmark it. A lot of times people say, what's the repo for this? And I'm thinking, a little bit of searching, you'd be able to find that repo. Kodi Apps is ahead of me more times than not on a new add-on and getting the repository and the information out there. So he'll have the little thing right there, and boom, there you go. So thanks for that. Hey, anybody that cares to join the show, if you got some stuff to share, information to give, if you got a build or an add-on or tips for people, hey, you're more than welcome to hit up Alban, and we'll get you in the show. Alban, you got something?
Yeah. Just want to say we were talking about names up in lights. You didn't say what's up to everyone that's out there. Normally,
I know.
I didn't want you to get too far before you forget about everybody.
You're right. You're right.
I know your age. You already forget Blue a lot of the times. So now I don't want you to start forgetting, the people that support us every week.
You're right. You're exactly right. You're exactly right. So we'll go through. We'll do a little roll call. Who's on the show? We got 48 people that are watching us. Thank you. We got Steve. Thank you. Sohail, always again. Sohail, I think he is almost always the first one. Steve and him, they're almost racing to be on there. Michael, thanks for joining us. You got Stuart, who is always on here, as well as Telegram. And if you're not following us on Telegram, you need to get on there. That is so easy to get information, and you get that instant information. Even if I'm not on, other people can answer. Kodi Apps has this channel which you're going to see what movies posted, what add-ons have been updated, what APKs have updated. Questions about and how to answer how fixes happen. His channel is really good for all that kind of stuff. So another good channel to check out. Eddie, thank you for joining us, as well as on every Wednesday. Let's see, Roger, another Wednesday guy. for Player Pass. Always there, always on here. Watch us. Nuki. Well, hopefully she sorts her stuff so that maybe she can jump in on the after show. We will have an after show today.
Yeah.
Blue said that she was catching up on one of her shows and she might jump in on the after show. So we'll see with that. Brown, thank you. Nice to see you. Jim, nice to see you. Again, a lot of good followers that are here all the time. And I really appreciate you guys coming and spending your Friday evening with me, having a beverage or a glass of wine or whatever the drink of your choice is, and just BS and cut up and get some answers and help you on your streaming to make it a little bit more enjoyable for you and your family, because when mama's happy, the rest of the house is happy. We know how that happens. Trevor, nice to see you. I'm glad to see he's out of the hospital. I know last week he was in the hospital. Nice to see that he is out. Shinobi, nice to see you, bud. Sidekick, nice to see you. And Sidekick, awesome job on his themes. I'm not sure if people have checked that out. I have a video on that. Really cool themes. Flick Chicks, we got Tado. Theodore, nice for you to join us. Sorry, Milton jumps in. Always here a lot of times. Dub Beach, who we can thank for part of the intro that you saw at the very beginning. If you guys were here at the intro, if not, you need to rewind and watch the intros because, hey, who has an intro like mine? I mean,
nobody.
I make it just
Pretty epic. Makes me want to suck rum.
Yeah, it's a build-up. Sometimes it's all about the show, even if you can't perform. At least, sometimes you got to have a lot of theatrics. And I was thinking of going down a road, but I think I'll skip that road. Tan, what's up, my man? Tan the man. We got Philly Cable, Dave. And I see another guy that you would be really, if you're looking to do some cord cutting, get some information. Philly does a really good job and does videos that are a little bit. They're not your normal trend of videos. And I say that in a way that you're going to learn something from him. And I've learned stuff from some of his videos. So it's a good person to watch. Check out his stuff. I really appreciate his work. We got Blammo. Blammo's in the house.
Daddy.
Yeah, he's been big shout out to Blammo. He's been on and off again. I see him in a couple different chats, so it's nice to see him. Motorman. Penn, another person that if you're on Tube and you want to learn something a little different, Penn does show you some stuff that's a little bit different. He had some really good videos last week, and I really appreciate it.
Very good channel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Russell, nice to you join us. Heavy Metal, thank you for joining us. Ultimate TV Streams, nice for you to join us. So hold on a second. If Dabs makes it to number 1, that might might just be the push we need to get him mass. it may be.
There's gonna be a poll in the Player Pass to try to get you up there. We were hoping maybe if you'd maybe get you on the Masked Singer if you wear your snowsuit.
I'll do whatever, and that'd be all my people would be like, I know who that's his snowman outfit.
I'm curious on his dance moves.
Anybody that's watched me dance, they know it's a struggle. I got a little rhythm, but not a lot. So DJ Themes is in the house. Thank you for joining us. So lots of people hanging in with us. I appreciate everyone hanging in here. We'll run on some topics. We'll see about what's happening, and let me see. I'm going to try a new thing here because I'm always thinking about how to make this a little bit more organized. So let's share this window. Okay. All right. Yeah. So this is going to work. This will work just fine. I'm going to make this full screen for us. So we won't see our ugly mugs. So we've got the Kodi App Site, and this is what I had mentioned earlier. His website, it has the tracked integration, and if you install this on your phone, does a great job and if you add it to your tracked, does a great job in adding in TV shows and movies. Does a great job of that.
I would say that. I mean, I did build the site predominantly first and foremost for that. There was nobody doing like tracked for scene releases, and that's what I'm linked into. But give it a try, guys, because I personally, I know I'm a bit biased, obviously it's my site, but it is a useful little tool for, like, you know, if something comes out, like, I think, was it The Quiet Place 2 came out today?
Yeah.
You know, it'll be on my new movies section somewhere, no doubt. Add it to your tracks, and it's ready to go on something like Shadow later on. Makes it so easy. You know,
Well,
there you go. And you can have custom lists. You know, you can have all sorts of things going on. So have a play. I try and make it as simple as possible for you guys.
And you used to, now I don't see it on this. You used to have if there was a release of it out, it used to say DVD, I used to.
If you go to the latest new movies, I think at the top is. Remember now, if you've got a new movies, and these are some of the newest releases, so if you press on one of these, as memory serves, there you go.
There you go.
There you go. So it's still there, and I'm just
So, and I say, and so this comes from us that have been in this community a while, and people get spoiled. Surprise, surprise. People get spoiled, and they're like, "Well, I was looking for Quiet Place 2, and all I got was that I needed to update my codex, which is." That is malware. Don't install it. Don't click on the link. But you can see that there's only HD rips or HD cams. So there's only really cams out available right now.
Well,
so
no, actually, the HD rip is a high def copy.
Oh, is it?
So that's actually just come out today. That one, that's probably hot off the press. So I'm, you know, and I've added that to my tract, and I'll be watching that at some point over the weekend, no doubt. Add it to your collection, add it to your watch list, and you can do stuff. You know, you can manage your track from here. You can create custom lists in the app. Certainly highly recommend it. I mean, I know I'm a bit, you know, I don't mean to plug this, but in case you didn't know, something to have a play around with, you know.
Yeah.
Does a good job for that. And you can see, like, here is Nobody, and you can see that here's some of the releases that are out. So sometimes when people think a new movie should be on here, it's not on here. And sometimes when a brand new movie comes out, there is a good copy. So this site can give you that information. So something to check out. But I will have to check out now. I'll have to check out The Quiet Place 2 because I do not do cams, even if it's a high def cam. I'm not doing a high def cam, but I might have to just take a look at it. We'll see.
Yeah, that's your weekend's viewing for a few folks, certainly.
So big topic. Amazon Prime 2021 is going to be here Monday and Tuesday. So lots of great products are going to be put out there. Lots of crap will be put out there. So take a look watch that, see if there's something available. And I'm not sure, what is everybody waiting on? What's on your wish list for this Prime Day? I'm curious. What about you, Alban? Is there anything that you're looking to get for Prime Day?
I was waiting on the plane to drop something, but doesn't. I really need those hard drives and a bunch of kitchen appliances kitchen gadgets that I like. You know, but other than that, that's really about it. You know.
All right. So, but you can see. Well, what about you, Kodi Apps? Because they do have Prime Day over in the UK.
Yeah, we do. You know, I think unlike anyone, I think everyone's got a Fire Stick. You know, and I like to play around with that. But you know, I know there'll be people after the 4K Fire Sticks, but don't forget, people, it's only any good if you've actually got a 4K TV and you need you need a really good internet connection to, you know. But saying that, I mean, Netflix obviously are broadcasting in 4K these days. I don't think there's anything specific off the list. I need to go through the hardware for my site, some of the 4K stuff particularly. I'm more of a Google Chromecast guy. I like to cast stuff more and more. But I don't think they'll be doing any Chromecast devices. But if they do, I might just treat myself to a couple.
No, that's not bad. I mean, I know that I'm kind of, for me, I'm thinking of watching. I picked up a 4K stick last week. They had a $20 off coupon, so I got one for $29. But I'm actually thinking about checking out if I can get a couple of them, and I get them for Christmas gifts. I get them for gifts for family, for birthdays or Christmas, because it's just, even if someone's just into regular streaming of Netflix, works great. I mean, if you Hulu, Netflix, ESPN Plus, Disney, works great. You can put that on there, and then it makes it so you can take it wherever. That you could throw this carry it in your pocket if you want, or throw it in a suitcase. Not a problem. So awesome thing. I was going to look what some of the people over here were waiting on. Michael says he needs a hard drive. Okay. And yes, I did see that the 4K stick is supposed to be, they report it $25. I also saw the light stick was either $14 or $17 for the light. So that's going to be a big price cut on that. So that's the Firestick Lite. So
yeah, I think I seen it for 17.
So that's a good deal.
Yeah.
Looking, I don't see nobody else really posted anything that they're looking for.
I think if people want a 4K Fire Stick or something of that ilk, they've probably already got it, haven't they, these days? But, you know, a bargain's a bargain, I guess.
Yeah. And like I said, I like to get them as a gift. I mean, they work really well for a gift.
That's a schoolboy error. Don't ever give somebody a Fire Stick. You know, they'll be on the phone. They'll be on the phone constantly. Can you just have a look at this? I've always got 3 Fire Stick mates. Or like, oh, can you set this up for me? No, mate, I ain't got a time. You're on your own.
I'm telling you, for me, anytime that someone wants that, it's a 20 spot. You want the setup 20 spot. If you need some more extra work, a 20 spot. And hey, that weeds out the people that are just wanting to just eat up your time. I just send them towards Husham. Oh my gosh! Yeah, he's got a Husham box. So, let's see. The next topic I was going to bring up is Android TV is coming to NVIDIA Shield, and so anybody, like some people may ask, what is that? So if you've had an Android TiVo sticks or some of these other things that are running Android TV, it has that Android TV layout. Shield is going to get that. They're adding a discovery button, and to me, I think that it seems like it's because they want to get more ads in there. They want to try to promote certain shows. So the content providers or the content providers, Disney's, your MGM, your Warner Brothers, they're going to be able to use some of their ad revenue to say, hey, make sure on this Android TVs, I'd like some ads to put on there. Or since they watched this, hey, pop up this that they can watch. Kind of like Netflix does. If you watch a show, you know how suggested. So that's what we're looking to happen. That's going to be happening. But you're going to have your Shield will be looking like this. The update, it's reported that it's ready, and it says within the next week, people should start seeing it. I have not seen it on my Shield, so I'm not sure when that's going to happen. But it's inevitable. It's gonna happen. So.
Curious on what users' experience is. Just talking about the Shield. I was thinking about this the other day. Obviously, I've got a Shield as well, and a lot of you guys out there have got it, and it's an expensive option. But does anybody out there actually use it for gaming? Are any of you guys using it for gaming?
I do.
If you're not, you do. Are you playing Android games, or are you on the Steam? Are you linking it to your Steam account, or what are you doing with it?
I've played a couple of the NVIDIA games, but that's about it. I like it, but it takes away from my movie watching. That's my problem.
Yeah. I've done videos on all my retro gaming, and if you're running a low end retro gaming, you don't necessarily need it. But when you get into the Wii or some of those, or the higher end consoles. Or not, I shouldn't say Wii. I should say PSP. That's what I was meaning. Because Wii don't run very well on the Shield, but PSP games, you needed the Shield to run it well, unless you're going to go with a higher end Raspberry Pi. So I have gamed on it. Now I don't game with Fortnite and those type of things, but I'm a fanboy I had the Shield within a month, if not a couple weeks of it being released in 2015. I had one. That was just, I was like, you know what? This is going to be the standard for all of our streaming, because I was used to all those slower devices. So can you get away with lower? Sure you can. But if I can ride around in a Cadillac, why would I ride around in a Ford? I mean,
which is fair enough. But yeah, obviously with it just coming back to sort of Amazon Day then, and a lot of people covet wanting one of these NVIDIA shields, and they are great.
Yep.
They really are. But sometimes, guys, if you're not into gaming or anything like that, one of them 4K sticks is probably all you need for most things. Just putting it out there.
Yeah, you're right. The majority of people could get away with, if you're just plain streaming. I stay away from the tube. I'm not a fan of the tube, but because you're only going to save a little bit of money, stick with the bigger box. And one of the pluses, and Amazon does it also, is they update on a regular, and they don't make things obsolete. Where I think we're going to see with that TiVo stick, you're going to see that going to the wayside. That you see companies come out and they're like, "Oh, we're pushing a product. We're pushing a product," and after a year and a half, they stop support.
Yeah,
no more updates,
right.
And you're done. Shield is still getting updates. You can get if you had a 2015 Shield, you get the same updates as everybody that bought a 2019, which is the official last version that's out there. So that is one benefit. Amazon does the same thing. Amazon keeps their products up to date, and for Kodi Apps who uses Chromecast, well, I mean, you're cast into it, so Chromecast keeps up with it. So, but that's Google. So
I would say I think that my Shield has probably had, I don't know, it must have had 15 updates since I bought it, and yours is probably the same. Yeah. And does it still look exactly like the day one?
Yeah, it won't no more. It won't, because this is what it's going to look like. This is
the next update will reverse it. You watch.
Yeah, and the only thing I actually installed that. I actually paid the $3 or $4 for that skinning application where you could actually the launcher where you could change how your whole interface looks with a different launcher. And I did that for a while, and it was a little bit more work and more headache than I really wanted. But you can customize it. A launcher, it's called a side loader. I think it's side loader or side launcher. It's in the Google Play Store. Yeah. It does cost a couple bucks, but you can customize the screen to look. I mean, you can change everything about it. Where the buttons lay, how many buttons it has, everything. If you do some Google searches, look on YouTube. If you're a person that likes to tweak and mess with it, that I want to say it's side loader or side launcher. It is awesome.
A couple of comments in the side there. Yep. Nucky Wolf Launcher. I've not seen that one.
Yeah, that one's good.
Yeah, Wolf Launcher, and actually that Wolf Launcher works on Firesticks also. Yeah. And what I would guess is that when the update comes, Wolf Launcher should still hold on to those settings, but you don't know. I don't know with them changing the UI, but when you do I know with that side loader thing, you tell it, do you want it to launch the default launcher or their launcher? So maybe in the Wolf Launcher, it may just reset back to the regular launcher, but the Wolf Launcher settings will be there. Once you open it, you can tell it to be the default, I'm guessing. So all right. We got that. Look at Stuart still. I want the 2015. I actually had that until I broke it, but that's another side loader launcher. Wait, hold on. Yeah. Where's the word? Yeah, Jason wrote it. Side load launcher. I was mixing up my words. Side load launcher, and I think side load launcher number 3. I think 3 is out, and it there is some really cool. Some people do some beautiful work on those. I mean, beautiful. If you do I'm in a Facebook group with some of those folks, and I'm like, what the hell? You guys got more time on your hands than I do. Thank you for joining us, DJ.
How you doing? Sorry, I got myself on mute then. So I was scrolling down the chats and see what was actually happening.
Yeah, I'm catching up with all that.
Yeah. How's everybody?
Doing good. Good.
What are we on about the Shield?
Well, we're just finishing up with the new Shield. The Shield's the new updates coming. They announced it, so it'll be out within the next few days. Within a week, everybody should be getting it. So it'll be there.
I've seen that it got announced. I'm quite looking forward to seeing what it actually looks like. So
probably the same as last time.
Yeah, it's going to look just like the TiVo. I'm telling you, it's going to look like the TiVo. If I have the TiVo stick, that's what it's going to look like. That's Android TV launcher. That's what it looks like. That's what they can put ads. They can push programs. So, so we'll see. I know I haven't seen the update for me yet. So, let's see. So the next thing I was going to bring up, Loki. Have any of you guys watched Loki?
Oh yeah, I'm hooked.
Yeah, me too.
Well, we're two in. It's a little bit slow at the minute, but I like Loki, the character. I like they got Owen Wilson in there. I think he's a great part.
Yeah.
You know, he just steals every scene anyway. But Loki, he's a good character. But I just want this show to sort of lift off a little bit more. I think this whole TVA business, I don't know, the absolute power in the universe and all that. I miss the Hulk.
Yeah, I think that they're just doing that to make it. I think they're trying to be like, to me, I think they're just going to try to. Then they're going to debunk that the TVA is nothing. It was an idea that because they're like, well, I want to talk to the TVA. There's going to be no TVA. It's just going to be.
Well, they have three lizards meant to be running it or something like that. And I'm like, come on, lizard men. Have we heard this one before? I think we might have.
I thought I heard that in the last election. So, but yeah, we've got lots of. If you look at it, opening weekend shares of 10.5%, which, if you look down the list, it shadows any of the other things that have launched in the last few months.
To be fair, there ain't much on that list, is there? Yeah, let's be honest. Shadow and Bone was all right. I thought, looking at that list now, but Jupiter Legacy was quite good, to be fair to it as well.
And that's gone.
Sweet
Tooth.
They canceled it. Who's watching Sweet Tooth?
I've tried it. I'm about 2 episodes in. I'm not sold on it yet, but I'm gonna keep trying.
How you doing on Handmaid's Tale?
Not very far. So, all right, hey, one Sweet Tooth. Which one? Any of you guys watch Sweet Tooth?
I've seen the first episode.
Yeah. All right, so
that's about as far as I got.
What about?
I've just been too busy.
Yeah, you're always too busy. What about you guys for Loki? I mean, what any of you guys?
I loved it.
You did?
Yeah.
I'm not sold on the first one yet. I think I'm only on the first one. I got to I think it was about 10 minutes to the end, and I just switched it off. It was
wow.
Loki is woke. I like that one.
So
yeah. It has its. I mean, it is. It's again. It's not busting down the door, but I do see it's got opportunities. I think that to me, it's got opportunities to do well. I do like that it's a little bit lighthearted. Excuse me, with Owen Wilson, like you said, he cracks me up. His character in this is really good. I think he does a really good job.
I think, like you say, I probably just need to sit down and watch it again and have no distractions instead of trying to be on the computer at the same time and watch it. That's probably what.
Yeah, you can't do that. Yeah. So, but I enjoyed it. I think I'm not sure. Sweet Tooth, like I said, I'm not. I'm a couple episodes into that. Well, one of my coworkers swore by it, and I'm gonna keep plugging through. But I've just started Handmaid's Tale because so many people were so much in buzz about it. I thought I'm gonna give this a shot, and I'm a couple episodes in, and I like how dark it is. Not as in film. Well, it is film dark, but it's also just that the dark undertones.
Yeah, it gets so good. I mean, Elizabeth Moss deserves like the greatest awards for her acting in it. I think she's just absolutely incredible.
Oh, I was looking through.
And the music that's in it is just great. They have really good music, especially at the end of the episodes.
A lot of people like the Sweet Tooth and Handmaid's Tale book is awesome or amazing. I'll take your word on the book part. Yeah, Cruella, Motorman. We actually, hey, check out Player Pass. A couple weeks ago, we covered Cruella, and everybody loved it.
Yeah.
So we watched that. So yeah, it's a lot of good stuff. The other thing that was interesting with Loki is I don't know if anybody noticed, but that it's not going to be on Fridays now. And Disney has changed their release dates to Wednesdays. So I think there were some ads that were floating around says Wednesday is the new Friday.
Yeah.
So I guess Wednesdays and Fridays are big days. That's the days we have live shows.
Well, yeah, but you also got to remember Wednesdays used to be the day for DVD releases. Remember, it was always on the Wednesday. You know, you'd go to your Blockbuster or whatever, and Wednesday was the day they get your movies. That's when they were released.
That was always Friday in the UK.
Oh, was it? Oh, it was Wednesday here.
Friday night, you had to get all your orders in, didn't you? You know, you had to book it like 3 weeks in advance because the Mummy was coming out. Then you'd end up with a Mummy knockoff, and it wasn't the real Mummy. It was like,
yeah, because you were too slow to get there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Wednesdays is going to be the new day that Disney releases all their shows. So if you're a Disney fan and you want to know when you want to watch the day, just keep in mind they've changed all of their shows, and you can see everything's been changed to Wednesday instead of Fridays. So Wednesday's the new Friday.
Yeah.
So
they
awesome
would have
stuff.
more days of the end of the week to consider it like a blockbuster.
Maybe.
Movie.
Or maybe that there was too much. Maybe there was too many. There was too much competition. Maybe like on Friday, maybe there's too much else going on. I don't know.
But if they're holding all the content anyhow.
Yeah.
a couple of other good shows that's just come out this week. I think the second season of Black Summer. If you've not watched that and you're a fan of like The Walking Dead, make sure you watch the first season. I want to fire up season 2 of Black Summer, and the second season of Lupin is out. For those who like, it's French, but bear with it. If you, particularly if you've not seen the first season, watch it from the start. I think you might enjoy a couple of those shows. And I think, what else are we watching? I think we're watching Between. It's been out a while. I don't know if anybody's seen that TV series as well. But definitely.
Lupin's got subtitles. No, don't do me.
Well, it's no, not all of it. It's dubbed, a lot of it, but it's worth sticking with. It's just personal preference. But that Black Summer, make sure you're watching that, guys. It is epic.
Okay, all right. Well, let's looking to see if anybody. We know Ed. No, see, Eddie actually brought up Lupin, which he says it in a French accent. Because remember, Alban, he kept saying, I'm like, I don't know what show is he talking about. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
and then Blue's like, oh, he's saying that with that French accent, so you don't know what show he's saying. So that's a new show. Well, I should say it new
season 2, and season 2 of Black Summer.
Yep. So check it out. So another topic go ahead.
Mosquito Coast.
You were talking about that.
Yeah, and I see Nuggets talking about it also. I really like that one a lot. That one is pretty good.
I thought that was a movie, wasn't it? Mosquito.
No.
Yeah, was it Mosquito?
Mosquito Coast. Did it have Harrison Ford in it, that one, or is it? So it's not a TV show based on the film, then? No.
This is
I'm sure there was a film.
Yeah.
It's the name sounds familiar for a movie.
Yeah, it does. I'm thinking if it was something else, Coast, but the series is really pretty good.
Okay. All right. Well, Mosquito Coast. So folks, check that out. What did you say? Black Summer, Lupin.
I think it's Lupin, but we'll call it.
It's French. So
Lupin.
Put whatever outrageous French accent on it that you want.
Yeah, because I'm Southern, so I'm gonna slaughter whatever name I try to say anyway. So I'm gonna say that it's fault of
Grey Lucan.
yeah, it's a fault of my region. So, all right. So another thing, study 82% of broadband households subscribe to at least one streaming service, which that is a high number. And we've talked about on this show, why is everything moving to an app or a service? Disney and HBO and Discovery went to Discovery Plus and the Peacock. I mean, it's been one thing it's after another. Why is everything going to that? I think that this number speaks to why they're all going to that. There is a market for that, a huge market, and that's why it says, in fact, most people subscribe to about 4 streaming services. So that gets their bill around $47. Hopefully these people, I would please hope that these people have cut the cord, so they're only paying the $47 for their streaming service, not on top of their cable bill.
Mm-hmm.
So that you'd have the internet, then cable, then this. So hopefully they cut the cord so that $47 isn't as bad. So yeah, but that's 4 services. I mean, 82% of broadband. I mean, that is a high number.
I think it's the old adage, and we've talked about it for years in the high seas of piracy, that if you offer people something at a good price, you offer people a good service at a good price, they're willing to pay it. But I think customers are quite discerning, aren't they? You don't want to be fleeced. But if let's face it, I think in the UK, I think it's up to it's about £10 to £12 for a multi IP service on Netflix. And the sheer amount of content you're getting for that compared to a satellite service, and let's face it, the satellite companies have been lifting our legs for years. You can see why. I think it's fair to say Disney Plus. If you ain't got kids, it ain't worth it, folks. Amazon Prime, well, I think Amazon Prime, if you've got if you're using the delivery service, it's worth it. So it's just a bonus. But Netflix on its own, I can't speak about HBO because we don't really get that in the UK or Hulu, is it? We don't get that one either, but certainly Netflix. You can't fault their value for service for the sheer amount of content that you get.
Yeah. What about you, DJ? Do you have any of these services or any of it?
The only service I've got is Disney. Disney Plus.
And if you've got kids, it's worth I think it's worth every penny. The Disney Plus.
I don't have kids actually. The only
You're just a big kid, aren't you?
No, the only reason I got it, I was actually given it by my mobile phone network for 6 months.
I was the same, mate. With O2, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the same deal with O2 as well. So it's coming to an end, but I haven't found enough.
Yeah.
I haven't found enough in it to keep me hooked. I mean, I like Loki, obviously, but let's be honest, you can get it on Netflix, can't you? If you catch my drift.
Yeah. It's like you say, I've probably watched it twice, Disney Plus, because I'm always in the other app, the other great service, great free service, APK, Yodi.
Yeah.
I'm always
or the bread, yeah, of course.
Yeah, exactly. And like say, you can get all them shows in there. So, and I'm still on 18 as well. So I use my extended info mod as well. So I just stick everything in a library and pick whatever scraper I want it to scrape and use the bread.
I was trying to work out, did Netflix copy Popcorn Time or did Popcorn Time copy Netflix as far as their interface goes? I'm trying to work out the timeline.
You ever figure out which one was first?
That was a problem for the TVA.
Look at that. With the TVA. Internet companies try to and do lie about their speeds and what you pay for checking your speeds because, and that is true. Actually, I had found, I was doing some speed checks and I noticed over time that my speed was going down. And I actually went and told them that I got my own router, and I said, all I want is a modem. Give me a modem, and I got a new modem. And next thing you know, my speed is what it's supposed to be. Some of this hardware does degrade over time. So the hardware, maybe it was, you would have got your 100% of your bandwidth. You would have got 100% of your bandwidth when it first, the device you got it. But that router, modem, whatever that they gave you over time degrades, as well as some companies lie. And if you're not getting the speed that you say that you should, a couple things. Number one, don't blame your internet company right off the bat. Hook up a computer, a laptop directly to the modem, not to your router and saying, well, my Wi-Fi speed is this. Hook up to the modem and see what your true speed from the modem is. So that tells you what's coming into your house. So you test it with a computer, not your cell phone. Test it with a computer or a laptop, so you see what the true speed is with an Ethernet cord. Then you can say, okay, all right, I'm receiving 200 megs with my modem, but for whatever reason, my Shield, my phone, my laptop only picks up 100 megs. Well, then take a look at, all right, so then that could be a problem with your router and or too much interference. People don't understand a subwoofer, microwaves, certain telephones, all kinds of things can create problems for your Wi-Fi. So it's not necessarily the router's fault. It could be too much interference in your place. It could be that your neighbors are all on that same Wi-Fi bandwidth or what's it? It's not bandwidth. It's a channel.
But also remember, a lot of people also don't realize even the network card that they have in their machine. You know, say you got a gigabit coming in and you only got a regular standard NIC card. You know, you're not going to get your gigabit come through. You know, you need a gigabit card.
All right. Gigabit is what, 1,000?
1,000, yeah.
Okay. How many people are going to get 1,000 anyways?
I get like 895.
895. All right. So you pretty rare, because I get 400, and I looked and I'm in like the top 2% or 3% in the nation at 400. So let's say 800.
Wait till you get to Canada.
1%. Shut up. So those are some ideas about your internet speed. Yes. Test your speed. If you're having buffering at your device or whatever, test your speed. But you have to troubleshoot. You can't just test at your Firestick or your Shield and say, well, I ain't getting that speed over there. You got to kind of work your way to that and say, where is my bottleneck? Is the bottleneck at my modem? Is it in my router? Or is it in my Wi-Fi when I have my cell? And another thing for checking your speed for Wi-Fi, a good cell phone is going to give you a better gauge of your Wi-Fi speed over even my NVIDIA Shield.
Yeah.
And you'd say, well, the NVIDIA Shield's awesome. It should always get great speed on your Wi-Fi or be able to test. Well, my phone, I have a Galaxy S20. I guarantee you that the Wi-Fi chip in this is better than the Wi-Fi chip in that $200 damn Shield. I mean, that's just what it is. People say, well, my phone gets this speed, but my Fire Stick gets this speed. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Number one, could it be the location? Don't have your subwoofer too close to where you're trying to pick up over there. If you got a big sub right beside it, it can cause issues. Second of all, could it be that it's too far away and that you're just not able to get it? Maybe you need
how many walls you're going through,
Peter? Yeah, there's so you have to kind of work your way to testing speed. So yeah, that's a little bit of a, we kind of went on a rabbit's trail there, but there's several things. And yes, ISPs do lie to you about their speed, but it's not always them. I think a lot of times it's the hardware. And I saw that with me right off the bat.
I think personally, I think it's more a lot of the time with Kodi and APKs. When you're buffering and the like, it's generally the source that you're trying to get it off.
Yes,
And that's my experience. Even the bog standard Firestick, you might think, "Oh, my Firestick's rubbish." It's not. It's a good little device. It's just the source it's trying to stream off. As somebody just pointed out in the channel. Sorry,
I saw it. Yep.
But if you've got something like reeltobread, you're not going to get much in the way of buffering. We always keep coming back to it. Yeah. So don't blame your stick. Don't blame your ISP. Blame the source. If you're trying to get a free stream, be prepared for problems.
Yeah. Well, I tell people all the time, you're going to pay one way or another with streaming. You're either going to pay to have a good stream as a reeltobread, premiumized, all reeltobread, whichever. You're going to pay for the stream or pay some sort of a price for that, or you're going to pay in time. So do you want to chase those free streams, which you can find a decent stream, but you might have to chase it a while. Yeah. So you're either going to give time or you're going to give a little money.
Yep.
You decide what's important to you. For me,
get out of the right lane is what I call it.
I pay the $3 a month or ish for the reeltobread. I've had reeltobread forever. None of us have an affiliate link down here. None of us are going to make anything from if you sign up for it. But I'm telling you that will people, and like Louise, I've actually talked to Louise and he'll tell you I kept saying, get reeltobread. And there's people that message me and I talk to, and I swear to you, I feel like I'm beating a dead horse. And I'm like, just get reeltobread, please. And they're like, I should be able to get free links. Please just get it, please. I've tried helping you. And they get like, oh, yeah, it works great now. Well, it does. Not for live.
All along.
And it's cheaper than Netflix, HBO, Prime Video, Hulu, and Disney Plus. That's guaranteed.
Combined.
Yeah. So, here Eric is another person that I've helped. He owes me. Yeah, because I've been on chats with him numerous times. You can change. There's people they had a little thing in there. So you can go through and get some of that stuff. Check your network and sometimes let's see. Sometimes your speed isn't true, and there is some good sites. Check different sites when you're checking your speed. So that's pretty good. 400, that's pretty good. So Stuart canceled Netflix. We've been helping him. He's and here's Blammo. All reeltobread is way better than RD nowadays. The only thing about all reeltobread, they just don't have as much cached.
Yeah.
In my opinion, when I've tested it, which I gave up on it because I was like, if you're wanting cached, which means it's on a server somewhere, they have access to it instantly. They just don't have as much as reeltobread because reeltobread's more popular, so more people request things to be on that.
I don't know how the older. Well, I actually do. I'm fairly familiar, but I mean, I use reeltobread. I will shove a torrent link into reeltobread on the website.
Yes,
and even if it's not cached, reeltobread picks it up and it'll like spool it up and put it on there for you. And then I've got reeltobread synced with Shadow, and I just go into RD torrents on Shadow, and there it is waiting for me. I do it all on my phone, and it's like so easy, guys. So reeltobread, premiumize, all reeltobread, they'll all offer the same service, even if they've not got a cached stream. As long as there's enough seeders out there, they will just cache it up for you anyway and deliver it right to your preferred Kodi app or APK of choice.
Yeah, and I did, not to keep plugging my videos, but I did a couple videos on reeltobread tips and tricks. And reeltobread mod, I actually update. Well, I didn't update 19. Somebody else updated it, and then they put it in Portuguese. And so I took the Matrix version of the reeltobread mod and changed the language back from Portuguese. I had to switch out all the places that they had Portuguese in it to back to English because they weren't using the language pi. Most of them would use strings po. Most of them use strings po. Well, reeltobread mod didn't do that. They actually placed the Portuguese in all the places. So I changed it back to English. I will try to get that on my server And that was like Kodi Apps was saying, that type of thing, shadow, where you can add it to the website. You add that torrent that you want, and it's there. Only thing with I noticed with like shadow, if you add a torrent, if I want it to show up in shadow, I have to hit the download button. And I showed that in the video. You click that download button, and it almost moves it over to where I can see it.
You don't need to. If you're doing it, if you've got the reeltobread app on your mobile phone, for instance, and you're surfing your favorite torrent site, all you've got to do is just add the torrent and the reeltobread APK picks it up. So you don't even have to move it. It'll actually just, you don't have to. I know what you mean, because it's got like queued up, and but you don't even have to move it for it to show up in RD torrents on Shadow. I love that. And that's my preferred way of viewing stuff off RD.
Yeah, the other thing about when you add a particular torrent to your library or to your thing, you're going to get the exact quality that you want. And because some people are like, oh, I want to make sure that it's, I want it in 265, or I want it in 264, or I want it that you can go and find that torrent, the exact one you want, add it to RD. More times than not, it's already cached. And then it adds it, and boom, you're watching that exact copy, that exact one. So it makes it very easy. And again, it takes a little learning, but once you do it once or twice, it's like, that wasn't hard. And I mean, then you're good.
Luis Perez raised a point that RD app not working with 19. Well, you don't need it to be. As long as you've got reeltobread app on your mobile phone, that's all you need.
And as I said, I have the reeltobread mod for 19. I will add that to my repo because it's a legit thing. There's nothing to have. There's nothing really dangerous in that. I will add that to my repo, and you'll have it. But as Kodi App says, if you have Shadow or a Shadow fork, which how many 19s are out as a Shadow fork? I mean, I can think of Q. You've got the Rogue add-on. You got the Boys. I mean, there's half of the 19s, and this is not being half of the Kodi 19 add-ons are Shadow forks, or a fork of the base of Shadow, and so Shadow is still there, and a lot of them leave that RD history or RD torrent or my RD is still there in the menu, and if you've added it to your RD, boom, you go there, and there it is. So
very, very easy to do. If once you've done it a couple of times and you got a knack for it, I find it very. Oh, I'm on my phone, I'm looking on track what I'm going to look at. Okay, and then I'm straight across to I'm on my preferred torrent sites, Magnet DLL, but there's hundreds of them out there. Magnet DLL, boom, add to use my reeltobread app, boom, and it's there waiting for me on Shadow, and it couldn't be any easier, folks.
Yeah, and Alan points out, why hasn't Debrid? And I think he's trying to implicate that maybe something's up with RD. All right, so you'd have to be implicating premiumized, all Debrid, premium, all reeltobread, link snappy, all those. And why don't they get in trouble?
HTTPS.
Yeah, and it's also the way that they must be doing. They've been doing it a long time, so it's hard to know how they. Sometimes, like let's say RapidGator, there's a hoster site or different hosting sites that RD has an agreement with, that they can link to that hosting site, so they don't have the actual file. Another hosting site has it, but they have an agreement that any of their customers can have access to the content on that hoster. I'm hoping that makes sense in how I'm saying that. And so RD doesn't have it, but say RD's best friend has it, or somebody that RD has contract with. So if you have RD, you can have access to that. And I think of if you've ever downloaded certain things and it says, hey, if you're a member, pay $20 a year and you can download this and it takes you 1 minute to download it. Or if you're not a member, you're going to have to wait 15 minutes and you're going to download at a slower speed. And I'm sure most of us have seen those hosting sites that do that. RD works deals, agreements, or whatever they do with a particular site like that. And so if you put that URL into RD, RD says, "Oh yeah, that's somebody we have a deal with. You're going to move to almost like you had a membership on that particular hosting site, and you're downloaded immediately." So that's one of the other. RD doesn't store everything. They do have access to certain stuff, but not everything. But they don't store everything, but they have access to it through a hoster, someone else that has it. RD has the link to YouTube videos as well. And yeah, I've actually downloaded you can actually put some YouTube videos in the downloader part, and you can actually download certain, not all, but certain YouTube stuff you can download via RD. So yeah, so RD's it's again, you just choose what you want. I mean, I don't have an affiliate link. I'm not getting no money. Nobody on the panel's getting a dime from them. But once you start using it, that's up to you to decide. One of the other big topics that I wanted to bring up, Saren. All right. And the reason I bring this up is God help me when I have to see chats, and I see every single day, if not 5 times a day, if not 10 times a day, and on Facebook. Saren's not working. Saren's broke. Well, no, Saren's not been broke. Saren keeps asking me for my RD credentials. It keeps asking me. It's broke. There has been some issues with Saren ever since it's went to 19. Some bigger issues than others, but little bugs along the way. And there was a bug, an issue with, it would say, you would get a pop-up saying you needed to authorize or reauthorize your RD. That's been fixed. And I am so thankful that Nick Skate, Dr. Inferno, anybody that worked on this fix, thank you. Because every single day that was asked, and you'll see right here, fixed RD losing authentication. So that's been fixed. I think it also fixed some of the issues that it was having. People were complaining about Tracked and TMDB. They were TVDB. They were complaining about some of those issues. So those 2 big issues have been addressed, hopefully ironed out, so that less questions will be asked about how do I fix that, because it keeps coming up. I'm not sure if any of you guys have seen the questions over and over about that.
Oh, yeah. It's all over the place, isn't it? But it always gets me, I mean, they're doing an amazing job over at Sarah, but if particularly with Kodi or indeed APKs, but with Kodi in particular, let's face it, if something's not working, how many other options do you have to keep you going in the meantime? Dozens, Oh, this ain't working. Oh, it obviously needs an update. Let's just try something else. But what can you tell people? They just, oh, it's not working. It's not working. Well, of course they'll get round to it. They will fix it. In the meantime, have you heard of Shadow? People.
There's plenty. There's plenty to pick from. I mean, I tell people, I'm like, that ain't working for you. Use something else. I mean, no need to throw hate or shade on somebody. Use something else. And guess what? When that gets fixed, you can go back to it. It's no harm, no foul to me. So, yeah, supposedly that's fixed. We'll see. I guess I will be seeing through all the questions, and I'll be able to find out.
It's a great add-on, and I'm glad it's getting fixed. Don't get me wrong, But God, if something's not working, guys, just try something else. Yeah,
it's like you say, it's a great add-on, and the guys that work on it do it all in their own free time.
Yeah,
and that's what people have got to understand. They've got other jobs. They work for a living. They get round to it when they can.
And they're not in the same time zone that you may be in.
No, it's like so. We're not all in the same time zone, and the people that probably work on something aren't all in the same time zone.
Right.
And that's what people got to understand. It's done for free, that work, what they do. And people just forget that bit.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not working, and spit the dummy out and throw messages all over the place when somebody's already reported it once that it's not working. The couple of developers that work on it have probably picked that up and noted it, And like I say, they'll get round to it when they can. And then, like I say, you'll get another 10 or 20 people go and chuck the same message up saying it's not working.
Yeah.
Please read the posts before you chuck out another message saying it's not working and spam in the groups about it not working.
Yeah. And I think you're right. One of the things, I'm a little bit more lenient on any add-on. I am so more lenient on them than I would be APKs. And the reason why, if this is a personal thought, a personal choice, is APKs normally are making money off of all their AdSense. Normally. As well as some of them have a subscription-based setup. So they're not only getting money from ads, they also get money from their subscribers to be part of their club or whatever they call it. So for me, APKs, I'm a little bit more, if an APK is making money, as you said, add-ons aren't making jack shit. But if you're an APK, I would expect you to fix the stuff a little quicker, only because this is probably your first time, your one-time job or your single job. Because if you think about the AdSense and the membership that some of these big names that we known about, how much they're probably drawing in. Okay, so that's your full-time job. So if you got that many people paying your monthly bills, you need to be a little quicker about fixing stuff. Again, these add-ons of working and doing their job and doing it for free. Hey, they fix it. Move on to something else. Once they fix it, you can move back to it. So, but yeah, Tribalize says add-ons are done on someone else's own time. Yep, and it's a hobby, and
it is.
Yep, and I enjoy it. I mean, to me, some of this is it's a hobby. I enjoy teaching people, showing people. Saving people money. I enjoy all that, and I enjoy the whole, I say community, but the whole process that's going on.
Yeah.
There's so many different levels going on everywhere, and I enjoy it. It's fun.
It's like you say, Dubs. You do it as a hobby. I do it as a hobby. Everything that I do is a hobby.
Yep.
Like I say, it's out there for people to use. If they don't want to use it, they don't have to. It's not forced down their throats to use.
Use it.
It's like I say, it's there. It's done as a hobby. It's all done in my own time. And and I just do it because I enjoy doing it. And I enjoy other people getting, like you say, the pleasure of using a theme.
Yep, and your themes, you do a good job. You work on them, and I mean, I can't even think how many hundreds you got. So, he got one or two.
I've got a few. It's like I say, I've just modified Eminence 2 today. So, I know.
You got too much time on your hands.
I've just done all that today. So.
But as you rightly point out, it's a hobby for a lot of people. It is. Kodi is certainly a hobby, and if you're struggling with Kodi and you can't get your head around the fact that it is a hobby, get over to APKs.
Yeah. And again, like Jim says, how do people complain about free? Follow Telegram. I mean, there's people complain every day.
Yep.
I do find it funny, and I most of the time. I have found that sometimes not replying is the best reply.
Yes.
Because sometimes I try not to be an asshole, but the asshole in me tries to come out at times. More times than not, I push him back down. I'm like, no, don't let that out.
Be nice.
And so I don't say nothing. So, but yeah, you can. There's so many people, and I'm like, you want to be. A smart ass to people, and you try not to be, but again, this is free. People enjoy it. Again, this is but again, Blamo says one of the things that he writes here is exhausting at times. And there is friends of mine that are in this community, and I tell them, step back a little bit, because I do like a lot of my friends, and I tell them to step back because this community will eat you and eat you and eat you until there's nothing left. And you have lost your family, lost your wife, lost your
Lost
house.
your dog.
Yeah, your dog. You lost everything, and guess what? They move on to the next add-on.
Mhm.
And I try to tell people the hobby life balance is you got to balance it because everyone's going to keep asking you for shit, and they're like, I only asked them for one thing. I only asked them for one thing, and it can be overwhelming. So that's why you see developers get burned out. Like I get tired of changing add-ons. If you're a developer and you're creating stuff and putting stuff out there, it becomes you're thinking about it all the time. You're thinking about it every single day. Even if you're at work, you're thinking about it. When I get home, I need to get on this. So I give massive props out to all the people that do the work, that put stuff out, that thumbs up. But I also tell them, hey, ease up. You don't have to answer that request. They wanted XYZ show or that movie. No. They take some time for you. So because it can get you burned out, and then you become jaded, and you can also become the asshole because you'll want to snap on somebody.
Yep.
So yeah, all right. So that we got that. Thanks for you guys. I wanted to mention the loop, and I'll show my screen. I talked about it last week, and I will say these guys have done a phenomenal job. Hold on a second. Let me get rid of Blamo's comment.
Certainly trending at the moment, aren't they? The loop.
Oh yeah. Now I'm gonna take just a second. I won't go into anything that's gonna get me in trouble. But I'm just going to let's
Is
see.
that Monkey who's behind that one?
Yeah,
He's
Monkey.
done a sterling job on that add-on.
This add-on has done a phenomenal job, and I'll say that they've really where people like the crew and they like the sports section for it. And one of the things that they added scrapers to this, which has done a great job, as well as the UK soaps. So if you're a UK soaps person or you're a sports person, this is what you'd want to use. I will say, and I did a video on it on Cocoscope, this is built on the MicroGen platform. So this is a new template that people can use and build their add-on on this. This is brand new. Still got lots of bugs to work out on this particular template, but it is moving along. I really like to see how people are really tweaking it and changing it. And this has all kinds of stuff. One of the cool things, like I said, is how it's integrated some scrapers in some of the sections. They do a great job on the scrapers, giving you lots and lots of options, as well as the soap zone. So if you're a person that's into all those UK soaps, there you go. There is that section. So doing a really good job. Props out to Monkey. I think it's Monkey 8 or something like that. He's I don't know if it's just him or a bunch of people, but they've been doing a really good job on that. So I think it's the loop. I can't remember. You go to Kodi Apps, you'll get the URL for that because I can't remember it.
Yep.
But definitely one to check out. That is one that's.
There's a few good sports add-ons. I think Apex Sports is out there. For
Apex,
now,
Apex is a lot like Sports Devil. It's an updated version of Sports Devil. Mad Titan has done a real good job.
Yeah, I think there's a few little sports. We're still waiting for. Is it Malala Fab who's got Rising Tides? I'm still waiting for that one.
I haven't seen that one. Yeah,
waiting for that one. I'm still waiting for Magic Dragon as well. He does quite a bit of stuff.
I know he posted that he would consider moving over, but I don't think that's happened yet.
I think Nemsy was trying to help him.
Yeah, I did hear Nemsy was helping out on that.
All right. Bob asked the question, where can I grab MicroGen? And I will say, if you hit me up in my group, I will give you the group that's in there. And again, this is a work in progress. I can't stress this enough. This is a work in progress. I've looked at the zip. There's different people that are trying to contribute different pieces of this puzzle. And I think the more people that are actually doing and creating and adding to it, it's a community project like Jen was. We had Jen was
like Kodi is.
Yes.
Kodi's a work in progress.
Yes. But I mean, there's lots of stuff. So hit me up, and I will post the link in the Streaming Matters group today, and you guys can join it. The zip, I saw that there was a zip yesterday or the day before, I think, but you can work on it. It gives you a base. It doesn't give you everything. It gives you a base, and then you build your add-on what you want it to be after that. So I love that because I like the fact that we're giving people, or I won't say we, as a community, as a group, you're giving people the opportunity to create whatever they want. If you want an add-on that just is tailored to Walking Dead, you can do that. You can create your own add-on that's just the Walking Dead links. That's it. You can. So there's that creativity, the art, whatever you want to do is there. And guess what? You ain't got to answer to nobody else. It can be just for you and your family.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, good stuff. One of the other, closing up on our topics, and then we'll open it up for whatever comes up. Triller. Oh, my Lord. Triller is going after more people. And hold on a second. Let me share this link. I saw this on Torrent Freaks tonight. Triller sues Your Extra YouTube channel for the Jake Paul fight. So Triller went after IPTVs. I saw that they went after several IPTV services that were offering the fight, as well as YouTube channels that are uploading the fight. Now, I've been on YouTube. I am on YouTube. We're watching through YouTube. Mm-hmm. What makes you think that you can upload the fight to YouTube? YouTube they have automated Autobots that are looking for certain things. If you think you're going to get away with uploading the fight and no one will know, no, you're going to get caught. And this guy, they went through, this guy had 117 or 113,000 subscribers. Racked up 14 million views.
Wow.
So what? Obviously, you're not some guy that's got 100 subscribers. You got plenty of subscribers. And you think that you're going to get away with just uploading the fight and everybody can watch it? No. I mean, come on now. I mean, I don't know. It's YouTube for that kind of... It's like me saying, hey, does anybody want to see the new Infinite movie? I'm going to go ahead and just upload it to YouTube. No, that's going to be down down quick. So I don't know. I actually thought it was kind of funny in a way because I'm thinking, what were you thinking?
Well, it serves him right. I don't think any self-respecting boxing fan would watch one of those matches anyway.
Well, yeah. It's I didn't even watch that fight. Let me think. No, I didn't watch that fight. I watched some of the earlier fights that were even funny, but it's I ended up going to bed before that fight came on. But Triller is funny to watch. It is a circus. It is a 3-ring. You don't know what you're going to see. Some of these other boxing things, not as fun. The what was it? Mayweather fought last weekend before last Sunday. Did Mayweather fight Sunday?
Yeah. That was.
He fought another one of the Logans. Another one of the Pauls or whatever.
Yeah, Logan Paul.
The Mayweather fight, which I didn't watch, was not part of Triller because Mayweather wanted more money than what Triller was going to give him. But if you watch Triller, you watch it for the circus, the craziness that you see. I don't even watch the fights are like whatever, but it's Snoop Dogg walking around smoking a blunt. It's all the drinking that's going on during the show and these rappers, singers that I've never heard of because I'm too old, that are shaking their business, and I'm thinking, do you put some clothes on? this put something on, but
Mhm.
yeah, it is. It's a train wreck. I'm guilty for watching it because it's,
Mhm.
but not for the fights. It's for all the other stuff that I
Other
enjoy.
stuff going on.
Yeah. So yeah, he got dinged for that. So I know Triller said they were going to go after a lot of piracy. They said they were going to go after a lot of people.
Yeah, let's see how that works out for them.
Well, they've sued a lot of people. They've sued at least 4 different IPTV services, and this is a YouTuber that they went after. So I don't know. I think will they gather much money from it? Probably not, but it would maybe stop
and more importantly, will it stop piracy? Let me have a think about that.
Yeah, well, let's consider that over a drink.
Mhm.
Yeah, not gonna happen. All right, so so we got that. Let's see, Mayweather held him up after nearly sparking him, and I saw that on the next day on YouTube, and he had Logan Paul hurt.
Mhm.
But my thought on that whole thing is I bet you money that Mayweather had his boys putting money on it going 8 rounds or 7 rounds, 8 rounds, whatever it was.
That's a safe bet.
I bet you money he had his boys putting money on the full, because it was what most money was on 3 rounds or less.
Yeah.
And
the smart money would have been.
Yes.
The real smart money was on something else entirely.
Yeah. So I bet you Mayweather's boys, he's like, hey, no, we going all money. Put your money on the whole fight. And his boys were making some fat bank. I mean, hey, I'll hold my boy up because we got to go another 2 rounds. Yeah. So yeah, it is what it is. I mean, you know what you're going to get with Mayweather. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know. So, all right. So I was looking through to see if there was any other major. Oh yeah, the Paul. Yeah. So that was in the Triller fight, the slap fight. The slap fight was the that was probably, we had Ric Flair.
Oh yeah.
Ric Flair was the referee for a slap fight.
Yeah.
Two big boys, and they were face to face to slap. And I'm thinking, this isn't a sport. No, but it's funny because I'm thinking, how much money did you get paid to stand there and get smacked? And
listen, people are doing it. I watch these YouTube videos of, in Russia, they get in the ring and they just gotta like slap each other across the face, to knock each other out. It's hilarious.
Slapping.
Yeah, dead slap to your face,
Yeah.
We get to crack them just in the face, just right, just to get that clock.
Yeah. Well, I to me, the best part was Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Woo! I mean, I'm a Ric Flair. I'm of an age. Ric Flair. I don't care if you liked him as a wrestler or not. You can't beat the guy for being 60 whatever, and still gets out there, runs around, does his thing.
He got to be in his 70s.
Oh my God, he is just.
Got to be.
I mean, when I saw him coming down the thing and he doing like this, and I'm like, no, you didn't pay Ric Flair to come out here too, because they paid him, and he just, styling and profiling, limo riding, jet flying, champagne drinking, and I mean, and he come out there and he says, I'm gonna be a referee, and he doing all this in between the two guys, and I am laughing the whole time. It was just like, I kept thinking, the circus that you guys have created is awesome. I mean, I don't know.
Did you ever get a chance to watch that Dark Side of the Ring yet?
Yes.
Okay.
I've been watching Dark Side of the Ring, and that is Dark Side of the Ring.
That's a new series that's out. I've seen that flash
up.
Yeah.
There's about 3 seasons out.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's 3 seasons.
Is it
if
on
you're
Netflix,
an old wrestling fan, no.
I've seen it flash up somewhere.
Maybe.
I mean, where? Maybe. Is it on Netflix? Is it?
Maybe. Yeah, probably Netflix. I want to say. because a Canadian company made it. Vice,
Is that Vice?
Vice,
It's from Vice, yeah.
Vice
Okay,
something.
so, yeah, I've
But
seen
it's if you're an old wrestling fan,
You gotta
that
watch it.
is a show you need to watch. I mean, all right. So one of the episodes I watched was on Chris Benoit
Yeah.
and how his rise and how
Mhm.
he ended up killing his whole family.
Yep.
And how you get the inside story from all these different people about what was going on with him.
Mhm.
What was that black guy that was like real rough and went to jail? He wasn't Debro Brown. Shoot.
The one that
Uh,
beat up Ric Flair when they
the
were
New
in
Jack
Russia?
City, New Jack City, or Jack? I think it was New Jack City, because he was that one that like cut that kid's head from
Mhm.
here to here with a razor blade,
Yeah.
like really cut him.
Really? Yeah.
And this kid was 17 years old. New Jack. There you go. I watched that episode.
Booker
I
T.
was like nauseated.
Yeah. It was
Oh my
crazy.
gosh. I mean,
Well, how about the other one with the guy that was molesting his kid, his daughter?
I hadn't seen that one.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
But if you're an old wrestling fan and you want to see the behind the scenes, what was going on with some of those wrestlers, because people are like, oh, it's fake. Well, yes, it's planned and who's going to win.
Yeah.
That's going to happen.
No.
Yeah, but the thing is that the
They have another side of their
that
lives.
has to happen. These guys are athletes, and the jumps that they do and the falls that they do. I was a Cactus Jack fan.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, those guys. I mean, he sacrificed his body every
His whole
single
body,
day. And so Dark Side of the Ring, you see some of the sides of these folks. I just watched the Von Erich story.
Okay.
The Von Erich family, and I knew that one had killed himself.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize what was
the other
it. Two had killed themselves. One died from heart or drug. Don't know which one. One was a little kid. And how their family was just devastated by. I mean, it was like blew me away. So, wow. I mean, it is a documentary.
Yeah.
You need to check that out.
You still never watched that Andre yet, have you?
No. I haven't.
Still need to watch that one. That one was really good. If you're an Andre the Giant fan, then you really should watch it, just for the tribute to him, to really know what he went through, the things that man had to endure. You know.
I watched that one. Good little documentary.
Yeah, that one was.
Yeah. It's look at it. Jason said the Von Erich family was cursed. Yeah, and it if it was cursed or whatever, but I watched that episode and I'm like, oof. I mean, it's great. If for us folks that are wrestling fans from little kids.
Back in the day,
I don't watch anything now.
I don't watch the new stuff now.
But it's great.
I gotta say, I did watch that other the WWE is on
about NXT. Oh
no, but they're going back and trying to find like all of the like Cactus Jack. They found his original Sacco, and they would go out and they try to find these things like his leather jacket that he had. You know what I mean? Because these things like disappeared.
Yeah.
And because fans buy them, and they go out and they find it, and it's pretty neat, because they're making like this huge museum of all of this stuff. It's pretty interesting.
Sacco. I didn't like Sacco.
Like Sacco? You don't remember when he took it and put it in his face?
Yes, and he put them in their mouth. I'm like, ugh. And again, another documentary, Ric Flair, the 30 for 30.
Yeah.
If you're not teary-eyed near the end of that, again, I've seen Ric Flair fight twice live in shows, and saw him win one and lose one. He lost against Dusty Rhodes, American Dream. I saw him lose against him. I saw Road Warriors that night too, and the tribute that they give to Ric Flair in that show, it really shows you how he developed and how it's wrestling is not always about you. It's also about the other guy and who needs to win and who needs to lose, and how they win and how they lose is important. So great stuff. So yeah, that's all right. So that's on our Nerd Fest. We kind of went on a nerd little
we went on tangent. I'm sorry about that.
yeah. So yeah, we had a good time. But hey, that's I am who I am on this show. There's certain things that I like and quirks that it's me, gamer. I did watch wrestling back in the day. Yeah, it is what it is. So let's go ahead. We'll go ahead. DJ, anything you got projects going on that you want to mention to anybody before we roll out of here?
Yeah, I got a project that
Okay.
I could sort of like show off. Might be out in the sort of like next week or so. I've been working on a new skin.
Oh,
and it's like I say, it's called DJ Wave. So give me a minute and I'll fire it up.
Well, get it fired up, and I'll hit Kodi Apps. Kodi Apps, thank you for joining the show. Anything that you want to mention or highlight before we roll out of here? Before we'll go to DJ and then go.
Right.
Okay. He's
muted.
Yeah, he's muted, but I don't see him on private. So he probably went to go get him another drink.
Yeah.
Alban, anything you because DJ's still loading that up. Anything
Well,
say?
I think that we need to discuss about the Telegram. I know most of the people in here are in there.
Yes,
and I thank you all for seeing you there, which is great. But like what we've been doing with our Wednesday night show is we've been having an after party there in Telegram using the voice chat feature where we all can just get on and talk. There's no limit on how many of us can get in there. So I don't know if you want to do it with this show one night, and you would have to start it because I don't have the thing on that channel.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, so you could just go right in the top right there.
Well, and you also were thinking about trying to create possibly an offshoot.
Right. On the for the Wednesday night show for our movies, we can create it. We're going to create a discussion area for each episode that we do. So this way, we since we've been doing one movie a week now, you can at least just go to the movie that we chose. You can see how we voted on it. You can also vote in there, and you can also put your 2 cents in on a movie if you like. And this way, everyone sees who's on what page on the movie, and this way you can also see whether or not you want to watch that movie or not. I think it's pretty neat.
And that's kind of like on a sub page or a
it's a sub page of Telegram.
Of the Player Pass group.
Yeah, so once you click on that movie, it's going to put you in our discussion group of it, and you'll see all the neat stuff going on in there. Since I'm a teacher there, I'll be putting quizzes in there to see if you really watch your homework and watch the movie.
Yeah, we know he's So yeah, it's a great idea. So follow us on or join the Telegram group for Player Pass.
Yeah.
I will try to post that link again in the Streaming Matters group so you can get that. But yeah, it's just a way of being able to keep things a little more organized on movies.
Yeah.
So all right, DJ, you got it sorted?
Yeah. I'm all loaded up.
All right.
Okay.
Kick her off. I'll add it.
Oh, sorry, I haven't hit the share screen.
No, I kept looking for it to pop up down here.
Sorry.
User error.
That's what we would say in the UK. A blonde dumb moment.
If only we knew someone who was good with computers.
Yeah. Oh, I am using a Mac.
Oh, jeez. No wonder.
Oh, man.
Now I'm trying to share my screen.
All right, there we go.
Now I've got my cat in front of my screen now. And now I can't see a damn thing with a fat ass of his. So
all right, there we go.
There we go. Let's put you down. This is one that I'm actually working on at the moment. Hopefully, I'll get it sorted out and finished. You had a pre-look at this last week, Todd, after the show, and as you can see,
it looks different. It looks different than what I saw last week.
Yes, a lot have happened since you saw it last week. A lot of it has been changed. So, like say, new background to it, new icons to it. So, a lot of it has changed.
Yeah, and your icons have a background to them too.
Yes, they have a background to it as well. So as you can see, you got all your different views. So you go into your system, go to your interface, configure your skin.
So this is using Terror.
This is based off TK.
Yeah.
It's a fork TK. And like I said to you, all shoutouts are in the add-on XML to TK with the original work. It's like say, I have modified it and forked it, add my little bits to it.
Yep.
It's all my own artwork and panel work. So you got your different view. You can go to a 3-menu item. You've got go back to your main screen, and there's your 3-menu item.
Yep. So this would be off of Aeon Nox. So if you're a person that's used Aeon Nox before, if you are familiar with how Aeon Nox, how to set up submenus, menus, backgrounds, you would be using the same procedures for setting this up. So
so then go to your skin settings. You got a single menu item. As you can see, a single menu. Back into it has got a vertical now. I added a vertical back into it because I did take it all out. The vertical menu.
Okay, yeah.
All, like I say, all the panel work's been done.
Yeah. Hey, and this is so funny when I look at that build layouts like this. I'm like, I like this a whole lot more but you go a few years back, I wanted busy backgrounds. I wanted all kinds of stuff going on. Not no more. Oh, you changed the keyboard. Nice.
Yeah. Keyboard
I like that. There's a good contrast between the highlighted and the focused and the unfocused item, because that's, sometimes if the colors are too close, it's hard to tell where you're focused.
Yeah. So let's get out of this and let's go to. So I've got my cat just put his ass right in the part of the screen that I want to see, and let's go back to single menu item. Now let's go to. Choose a theme. If you want to choose a theme, the blue theme, which will change everything to blue automatically for you. But if you go into the skin extras, fat fingers, go into the skin extras, you got a button that says home menu wave on or off. And the same on the vertical menu. I've got it working on the vertical menu, but I want to get it so it doesn't go across the screen. I want it to come from top to bottom on the vertical. So I'm still working on that. So at default, it'll be off. So if you turn it on, I've just clicked it off.
It's on.
DJ, it's still not done yet then. Because
it's not done yet. It's not far off. It's getting there. So like you say.
Okay, so Tribalize, it's not ready yet.
No, it's not completely done.
And when he releases this, it will be on the DJ's wizard, his theme wizard. It
won't be on the wizard. It'll be actually in my repo in look and feel.
Okay,
because
look and feel.
It'll be a skin. So it'll actually be downloadable as a skin. So like I say, if you go to a different theme, just go to Nero, which is black and white. You'll get a Nero bar, a Nero wave bar as well, and everything changes to actually match it. So the only thing I've got to sort out, I'm not happy with the actual font. I've got to sort that out. It seems to be a bit blurry on the main screen, but that has got a menu fade on it. So there is a shade on that. As you can see the dark shade on it. You can actually turn that off if you want to. Right. That's the only trouble is when you're on Nero, it's very difficult to see where you are. So this is my personal favourite. This on the menu bar. So,
yeah, much better.
And like I say, that will go to any position. So it's all been set up. So if you change your configuration, change from low to center, protect that. It'll take everything with it to the center.
And I saw you had high on that too. Most of them only have center and low.
Yes, it's got a high as well. That's a big shout out to TK. That was because that was part of his.
Yeah, like I said, most Aeonox's skins will only have center and low. They won't offer high.
It has a top high, so it has quite a high bar, and that's all the way through. That's for the icons as well. So the only thing it doesn't is the vertical.
Yep. And if you're smart about what type of background art you put, that's the whole thing. If doing whatever the menu bar, then you figure out what art is going to work. If you have your bar high or low or medium, it's all about making.
That's what I've tried to work with this because I know most people have the menu bar low.
Yep.
Don't they? Most people. Most average person has it low. So, and that's what I tried to do. That background that actually is there on a low setting, so it sort of like sits nicely.
Yep.
I feel it does. I didn't want it to be too bold or too brash. It's like I say, I just wanted to be a subtle. It's got a subtle wave actually in the center. So, but it's getting there. I've spent probably about 4 days in the XMLs on the Shield, fixing all the PVR and the OSD buttons all on there. Because I've actually got it loaded. It's actually loaded on an 18 on the Shield. I'm running 18, even though it is a 19 skin. I've got it running on an 18, so I can do all the changes. Then once I've done all them changes in them XMLs, I'll drag them XMLs back from the Shield to the computer.
All right. Looks good. So that
it's working in progress. It might be about another. I don't want to say a couple of days. It might be a bit longer because, like I say, I've had to put it down for the last couple of days because it's just been doing my head in because I've spent that much time in XMLs, and like I say, it gets a bit tiring.
Yeah,
it gets a bit tiring. So it's like I say, you've got. I love all of it, and you got your red, and as you can see, you said you liked a bit more contrast. Have you noticed I've put a bit more contrast in now?
Yeah. Well, yeah, especially look at how the letters have that 3-dimensional with the shadow. You can really see it with the red. You can see that gray with the shadow in the background. So it makes that picture.
I'm on about the actual bar.
Oh yeah,
the animation bar because it was just one color if you remember when you've seen it.
Yeah, and to me that's the thing about it. You got to have it you want that contrast of the different bars that are moving left and right that gives you that wave look. You got to have some different look to it. So it does pop out quite a bit. And see, for me, I like red. Most people I know blue, she hates red. So she's like, red. I'm like, yeah, red's popping.
Most of them do pop. It's like, say, the purple's quite nice as well.
Purple rain.
I really like that on that top bar, though. Having that bar up there.
Purple's quite nice.
Okay, that's nice. I do like it with that background. Does work though, because it's not the background kind of blends into it, so it does. You're doing a good job with that background. It blends.
That's what
There's that transition. There's a good transition.
Yeah. Compared to the original background.
Yeah.
The original background was fine, but I just weren't happy with it, and I've done that background probably about 5 times now.
Yeah, it takes some time.
And I've finally got one that I'm happy with. And it's like, say, it gets to be a bit of a headache when you're in Photoshop and you're like, oh, shall I do this? Shall I do this? And I'll do this, and I'll do this. And then it looks crap afterwards. But you don't know that until you actually load it in. So, green looks nice. I'm hoping that I will get it done. Go to the vertical. Let's see. It's switched on the vertical. See where I've actually got it. I've got it at the bottom of the screen on the vertical.
Yeah.
What I want to try and do is actually where the menu bar is there on the left-hand side is actually get that to go vertical actually as well. So I've just got to.
It does like the other parts where it's actually the motion is moving. The animation would be going through that bar.
Well, I want it to go vertical behind the bar. So it's actually. When you go to a vertical view, instead of that animation being horizontal, I want that animation to be vertical. So I'm just going to play with it. I know what I've got to do. It just means I've got to flip them images. And it might mean recompiling them all and adding them extra vertical images into all the different colors. So I'm going to have to do 4 more images in each color to get to that stage. Then, like I say, sort it out in the XMLs to actually go vertical instead of horizontal.
Nice work. Well, keep your eye out for this particular skin. It'll be out on DJ's repo once he gets it all sorted. Definitely cool look. Thank you, DJ. Kodi Apps, he's back. Let me go ahead. Kodi Apps, anything you want to say or high points you want to post before we roll out and go to the after show?
No, it's always the same. I like to repeat it every time. I always like to give a shout out to the community in general. You know, obviously the developers and all the guys who are designing the Kodi add-ons and the APKs. But it's a lot of the unsung heroes. It's always the guys who are in the groups, who are moderating, who are helping keeping the community going behind the scenes. They do a lot of unsung work, and even if you just answer, you know, you're on a Facebook group, and I've got several, and I know there's hundreds out there. And even if you're just answering a question and trying to help somebody out, you're part of the community. And I love that aspect to what we do, you know, and I love to see people trying to help each other out. So just, you know, give yourselves a pat on the back and just a big shout out to the community in general.
Yeah. Thank you. That's good point. Very good point. Alvin, you done? Wait, you're muted because the airplanes are coming in.
Yeah, the plane's coming. Maybe this one might have my stuff, but I don't know. They keep forgetting the landing zone here, you know?
Play some music real loud.
Hey, yeah. If anybody's ever flown and you like on a plane and you're like coming in at a city and you see the city and you're like, oh, we're coming in.
Yeah,
That's the kind of place that Albin's living down below.
yeah. That's me shooting rockets up at you. Just want to remind everyone UFC tomorrow, but I don't think there's any good fights. It's just Dana White just testing more people out there, I guess.
Oh, and there's that Silva fighting. He's boxing tomorrow. Silva and Silva. We were talking about builds. Silva and Hector Camacho.
Oh yeah,
Jr.,
that's right.
I think is fighting, and then Hector's dad's fighting in another fight. But it's another. Come on now.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Well, you know what it is. I feel bad for these guys. Like Silva, that have to resort to doing this to make some type of money, because those guys didn't make crap all those years that they were fighting. They beat their bodies up for what? For Dana to get all the money in his pocket.
Well, I'm a believer in that they know what they're signing up for. You want them to do well, but it does, in my opinion, all these sort of exhibition fights, it does rather, generate the sport as a wider whole. I don't like to see it. I do respect the fighters and I want them to make some money, of course, but it doesn't serve the sport in general very well at all. Where does it end up is what you want to know. In 10 years time, are we going to be watching Rollerball or The Running Man? Where does it all end? But fair play to the fighters, of course.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So, all right. So we got that. Buzz says. Buzz said Bare Knuckles is fighting. Also, Stewart posted about the Impact Wrestling Saturday. So there's a few sports going on, as well as the NBA, which is. I'm not an NBA guy, but I'm gonna tell you, I've actually been watching some of the NBA games. There's been some interesting stuff. You got LeBron sitting at home now, and you've got. Nets, who you thought would just roll over everybody, they are just riddled with injuries. So that's kind of brought some interest to me. So I've actually watched that. You got the NHL right now. Lots of stuff going on. So plenty of good sport.
We got the
Euro.
Euros
The
going
Euro
on
2020.
over here.
Yes.
You're into your soccer.
Yeah, so soccer there.
I'm going to go the Euros.
Yeah. So definitely got the Euros going. So plenty of sports to check out. So hopefully one of the free add-ons work for you. If not, hit up somebody on Telegram and you might be able to find some paid services. That's up to you. Again, thanks for everybody watching. Thanks for everyone hanging out with us. And we'll see y'all Wednesday. What's the movie Wednesday, Alban?
Wednesday's movie is Infinite with Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg.
Yep.
I thought it would have been on longer. I quite enjoyed it though.
Yeah, it wasn't as bad as I expected, but definitely wasn't as good as I would have wanted.
It was short. It was shorter than I thought it'd be.
I'm glad it was that short. But we'll go into that Wednesday, 5 p.m. Check us out. And hey, hit us up on Telegram. I will do my best to post those links. And we'll see y'all in the next one. Streaming matters to us because